Welcome back to Comics History and Superhero Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at the latest edition of Action Comics. They put the word Superman on top here in case anyone's not sure who the guy on the cover is. But this is Action Comics 1001. It's the first comic book to hit that number. And of course, that'll be true forever and ever because I don't think anyone else will ever be that high in terms of numbers. Detective Comics will be hitting 1,000 in a little while, but it's still a little bit behind. Anyway, this is the first Action Comics full issue written by Michael Bendis, who has taken over the Superman books, and he is weaving an intricate series of plots and subplots between the last story in the big Action 1000 issue, the Man of Steel miniseries that he wrote, and Superman #1, which we reviewed the other day, and now in the Action Comics title. So this will be the plots involve what's going on in the other Superman book as well. But we'll take a look at this one and look at the art by Gleason. And first I want to comment a bit on the cover here. At first glance, it looked a little bit like an alien angel. Kind of think of the X-Men's angel with, the white wings. This is Superman, obviously tearing open his Clark Kent shirt to reveal the Superman logo underneath. But from a distance, it looks like some kind of deranged, bizarro, angelic Superman demon thing. And Gleason's work, I'm looking at this comic book, and I'm not familiar with him as an artist. It goes back and forth in my mind between stuff that's pretty good, and it's like, that looks like someone else's work. Not a criticism, but just it's like, I don't know what to make of it. And so let's take a look here. Give me some examples. Here we have the requisite, this is what we've been doing last few issues sort of thing. This issue is going to focus a lot on the fires that have plagued Metropolis lately. And it's interesting, this particular scene, I think we're going to see more of it in the last page. Again, there's a lot of stuff going on here that we don't really know what's going on. But look at this little desk here. We have some, looks like parts related to camera, pictures up here, cell phone charging up, and we have the Dial H for Hero device, which that was an interesting comic book way back in the day. So let's take a look here at the inside here of this book. The first scene is actually pretty humorous, both in terms of the artwork, the characterizations of these criminals, and the commentary. This is almost like a parody of the stereotypical bad guys shoot at Superman, bullets bounce off, then they eventually throw the gun at him. But notice the multiple arms here. He's moving so fast, he's catching the bullets. It's pretty cool, those that don't hit him. But here, this version of Superman looks like the Superman drawn by Frank Quitely. He did a Superman miniseries a few years back. But Patrick Gleason's the artist here. He did the cover too. So this part with the criminals is actually pretty hilarious. Again, my comment overall is that this book, if you like Superman, buy it, read it. It's part of the overall Bendis storyline, and he's good at the putting lots of subplots in and intricately weaving them together. So go through this. This is pretty humorous. Superman says, oh, by the way, can I ask you guys a question? You know anything about these fires that's going on? And as you recall, last throughout the Man of Steel series and the Superman #1, fires are breaking out around Metropolis that are distracting him, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. And this story is as much about Clark Kent and the Daily Planet, which is going through some upheaval, as anything else. And of course, based on those other Superman books Bendis has written, we know that Lois Lane has taken on with their son John, along with her father-in-law, as it were, Jor-El, to explore the galaxy. And Superman knows where they are, but no one else does. So all of a sudden it just looks like, oh, Lois Lane left. Oh, did she leave Clark? What's going on? So people are asking questions. And again, Bendis is very good at dialogue and characterizations. So Superman goes through the story, investigating the fires, talking with the fire chief. It's not her title, but the investigator. And of course, someone, it turns out, is trying to frame Superman for the fires. This is a pretty cool image of Superman, by the way. And they find out that some kid paid the kid money to rat on Superman, lying about him. And just, what's going on? And again, the basic decency of Superman. Bendis has that part down perfectly. The kid can't pay the money back or for what he's done, and Superman doesn't want him to go to jail. He basically says, hey, you're going to volunteer at the food bank. Or we can do what your mother suggested I have you do. We don't know what that is, but the kid basically says, oh, I'd like your idea, Superman, food bank, I'll work there, yes. So a bald guy gave the kid the money to lie. So here we have a rogues gallery of bald guys who are the enemies of Superman and other DC heroes. So, Lex? When you think bald guy in a Superman book, I'm thinking Lex, but we'll see. So Superman interacts with a lot of female characters in this book, none of whom are named Lois because she's off in space. But again, looking at how Gleason draws Clark and Superman, very blocky. How can anyone not see a similarity between this guy and the guy in the big blue tights? Anyway, but as much as I'm kind of being critical of Gleason, he does get the majestic images of Superman just right. That's a cool image. Moving forward, but then we find out someone is watching Supes with satellites. Why isn't that happening more often? How come no one's figured out who he really is? How often does he really fly out of the Daily Planet building? So then we meet some bad guys, and we find out in the afterward essay of the book here, I'll show you in a minute, this is a criminal organization in Metropolis we don't know about yet, and I don't think Superman knows about. And we just flip through here, and they're checking on the whole fire thing themselves. Apparently they're not the ones doing it. But we have a new villain show up named Red Cloud. The Red Cloud. And we'll find out more about this person later on. It's a female. And then we have the ending piece here where someone who looks a little bit like Lois Lane is typing out stuff about Lois Lane and Superman. Intriguing. So I noticed that DC has the articles or essays at the end talking about things that happen in their books. In the Superman #1, it was about the new Fortress of Solitude. Here it's who is the Red Cloud, and basically tosses out several names of female characters, most of whom are in this book, as could this person be Red Cloud? So I kind of like that, how they do that. Anyway, we will, I like this book. I like anything Superman for the most part. I'll admit to my bias, but this is intriguing. Bendis, again, is a good writer. The artist, Gleason, there are parts of this I thought were excellent. Other parts, it's like, he's imitating some other artist, or it's like, I don't know. But I'll reserve judgment until I see more. But I still say this cover's a little bit strange, but that's me. So we have reviews. We look at DC and we'll look at Marvel. And if you like our stuff, please subscribe to our channel so you get notified when we post new videos. Until next time, this is Comics History and Superhero Reviews and Superman.